Finally, we're at the end of the world, Grand Isle. This is the only inhabited barrier island on the Gulf Coast. In the 1800s, wealthy New Orleanians came here to escape yellow fever. This was a resort with several large and gilded hotels. Then there was that hurricane in 1893. Today, what might once have been called camps line the last mile of our Highway 1 drive. They all have names: Dr. D's View Box, the Gray Mist 2, you wonder what happened to the Gray Mist 1. Some names boast their owners' hobbies, the Six Pack, Double or Nothing. Some names come easy, the Sand Castle, Riptide, all the nautical themes are evoked. Mr. King lives right next door to Miss Pet. Many speak of alumni affiliations. My favorite, for simplicity, is the Lazy Pelican. The first settlers put down roots here in 1781 under Spanish rule. In the cemetery, you'll find French on the gravestones. Somewhere in here, they say, there are pirates buried. But then how can you spot a pirate grave? No Jolly Rogers here. The pirates are here as long as souvenir shops capitalize on their legendary reputation for exaggeration. Still, Jean Lafitte and his band of not-so-merry men did hide here and may have hidden some loot. I bet you didn't realize there were tree-shaded lanes on Grand Isle. It's not just beaches and sand. In fact, I know some folks who live right here. The Viziers live on Santini Lane, which is one of the streets in the middle of the island, one of these tree-laden streets. But they often comb the beach for bottles. Miss Vizier!
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm fine.
We came to see the bottles.
Come on in.
Norma Vizier is happy to show off a collection of treasures. Curtis Vizier has been combing the marshes of Grand Isle since 1978. He has amassed a wall-to-wall museum that can tell the island history in bottles.
Got some trout in it. 1906.
These are the spark plugs, all different kinds. Some of them still has like AC on them.
AC Delco, sure.
And one of them in there has Champions.
Oh,
and these are the doorknobs, old doorknobs.
That's a ceramic one right there.
The ceramics, we have, you know, brown one like that and white ones. Now we even have brown spark plugs. Then we have these little doll, and you'll notice that all of them has like the same hairstyle. And in those days, you'd pin them right here, and it was made out of cloth. And then they had the little hands sticking out.
How old do you think that is?
I really don't know, but I know they have Germany right in the back. I really don't know how old they could be. And then we have, you notice the smaller ones, but all the same hairstyle, and the face are almost identical. And we have this one here. This one, it's broken. And then we have...
That is a nice one.
And then we have this one, like has her hand on her heart, like patriotic or something, you know. And then we have this one that still has the blue eyes on it.
Oh, look at that.
And the collar, she's so beautiful.
She's still got some color to her
yes,
hair, it looks like.
and even her lips are still a little red.
Yeah. Miss Norma says every item
and
Mr. Curtis has found has a
this on
story to
top,
tell.
even-
You'll
and
never
that was
know
at the
who
top.
used it, but you can always learn
that,
something about a faraway
The
time.
brushing glass. Now this was found at the hotel, at the Krantz.
The Krantz was the big resort hotel,
Yes, it was over there.
And the hurricane took it down. Or later.
I don't remember exactly.
remember
This too was from the Krantz. That I don't remember.
Digging up some of
Wasn't
these
there.
things is like digging up the Titanic, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
He loves to dig
I
up
love-
things.
All kinds of clues.
Yes, and you wonder, you know.
You wonder what rich person was eating on this.
Yes. But because you see, at that Krantz Hotel, they had a trolley
Yeah.
because it was so far to go to the beach. And they used to have a trolley driven by horses. And they used to bring the people in the afternoon to go take their baths, you know, go to the beach and bathe.
Mr. Curtis has found hundreds of Civil War era bottles, probably beer bottles, and probably from a dump behind one of the bars in one of the grand hotels. The resorts are washed away, but icons are buried deep in the sand. Curtis Vizier treads the marshes with a thin metal cane, feeling his way underground. He can tell the difference between shell and glass, he says. This is the foundation of the Hotel Krantz. The Viziers are looking for true tales of a lost Louisiana in the wastelands and ruins no one else cares to search. They find beauty where no one else even cares to look for it. That, to me, is a fine endeavor. And so it ends our journey down this road less traveled. It must end because the next town down south is Havana. But what have we seen? Well, maybe not enough. There are still places in this state where we celebrate the past, but these days must worry about the future. How much longer will the old ways last? You know, this very island is sliding into the Gulf. The waves will someday wash it all away. But that day is far to come, and while we still can, while there is still time in our day, we will visit many more small corners and hear the fine stories of our great state. Yes, we'll meet again. We'll travel another road soon, you and I, to find the people and tell the stories of lost Louisiana along all the other roads less traveled.